So the extraction genre is one that, I mean, let's be honest, it's been around for quite a while now, right? She's here to stay. It is what it is. But I'm noticing there's a new addition to the extraction genre, and that is bringing in that medieval fantasy feel into it. Let's talk. So today we have to talk about a game called Legacy Still in Sorcery. Now, the game itself has been out for a couple of days, and I wanted to take those couple of days to really get into it, play it, let them kind of iron out the kinks that kind of happened with early access. Because on launch, there was a little bit of server issues, which they really did get fixed quite quickly. So kudos to the devs. And there was an audio bug that was, wow. But they fixed that too. They did. They fixed those things too. So the game's in a better state. I played a lot yesterday, and I feel a lot more comfortable talking about the game now. And I have to say, I mean, well, it's fun. It's dope, bro. Now, before I get any deeper, let me just cut right to the chase here. This is not a free to play. I just want to get that out the way. This game's 25 bucks, bro. Just is what it is. As you all know, I say for every video, when it comes to games that cost money, they're priced out at the same price you would pay for operator skins, maybe a couple dollars more, and you get a full game to actually play as opposed to looking at your hands. Now, again, I understand there are people who still feel like I'm not paying for no. You're totally fine to feel that way. I just want to be upfront and give you that information before we get into the spiel. So what exactly is Legacy Still in Sorcery? It's an extraction game, but it's set in a fantasy universe. But what's cool, it's not just any fantasy universe, because see, the team over at Notorious Studios, who's the developer of this game, by the way, are actually a bunch of different ex-developers from World of Warcraft. I'm not saying that the game is based in the WoW universe, but I mean, when you look at it, come on, man, you know what I'm saying? Come on, And it's not a bad thing. It actually makes for something great because this game graphically is really pretty, man. The combat can be a little clunky-ish. It isn't terrible, but it isn't great right now either. It is fun having those engagements, whether PvP or running into AI enemies. It does feel somewhat satisfying. At the same time, it feels like there's a clunkiness to it that needs to be polished up just a little bit more. It's like right there, but she's not all the way there. But I don't want it to be a deterrent if you're interested in playing the game, because the overall game itself has actually been a really fun experience. The gameplay loop has been a fun experience. So like any other extraction shooter, you do what you always do. You go in with a loadout, right? In this case, I played the priest a lot so far, so I go in with a scepter. And of course, some healing potions and some bandages. And if you have some armor and stuff that you can afford through the shops, come in there with that. You load in onto the map, decent sized map actually. And then from there, you do whatever quests that you have. It could be picking apples, killing wolves, defeat goblins, whatever it is. You go out, you do your missions, you gather loot, and you try to get out. Rinse and repeat, going in with better gear to do it all over again. Now you currently have 4 classes in the game. There's the priest, warrior, bow lady, I don't even know, hunter, and the rogue, which is by far the most OP class in the game. The rogue is probably one of my biggest issues with the game so far, because the game can be kind of difficult. It feels like the time to kill on anything, enemies, whether AI or player, it seems like it takes a decent amount of damage to put things down. And I'm talking about your most basic goblin will take a good amount of shots to really get it out of there. So when you're playing as a ranged character like a priest or a hunter, and you're up against somebody who's a melee character, especially the rogue, I mean, you might as well just pack it up. GG's, man. You're not winning. The amount of damage that you have to do, you're just never going to be able to get it done. I will say the core gameplay loop is dope though. Like I said, the map itself is fun to explore. There's plenty of verticality. There's we discovered a bunch of little hidden areas all over underneath, and we've seen like a hole or something. You're like, man, you look and oh shit, you can go down there, and that goes down and down and down and down, and up here, and you can come back out this way on top of the mountain and inside tree. There's some stuff to explore inside this map. The map is really well designed. The core gameplay loop is really nice. The combat is fun, even though it is still a slight bit clunky. At this point, it's really just balancing out the characters and maybe giving a slight, and I mean a slight increase to the loot pool. I feel like we would go out and maybe, like, if I'm being honest, I think the real problem is it just seems so hard to extract as a ranged attacker in general. But when you're out there and you run into a team full of rogues, man, it's just like, holy crap. It feels sometimes impossible to get out. And that's not good, because the whole point is to be able to sell and make money. I feel like the entire time I've been playing, I've barely made any gold. And I've never had this issue in any of the other extraction games I've tried. Like, you die, right? You die at the extraction, it's going to happen, you're gonna lose your crap. But you at least see some successes. There's money to be made. It just feels like you don't make any money. And maybe that's a skill issue. It probably is a skill issue, like whatever, get good, I don't know. But something about it just feels like, Jesus Christ, bro, I'm never gonna get any money. Like I'm struggling for bandages here. I can't even get wolf. Anyways, overall, the game is fun. 25 bucks. If you got the money, looking for something to play, you enjoy extraction shooters, you enjoy fantasy worlds, and you were a big World of Warcraft guy, this could be for you. If not, don't buy it. In 2025, man, we're keeping it simple. If it look good, buy it. If it don't look good, don't buy it. However, if you've played or you are interested, let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about the game? What are some of the things that you've gone through that you've liked or maybe disliked? What's keeping you from wanting to purchase it? Or if you just talk to me. You know how I do, man. Talk to me about the game. I really want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. See you in the next video.